Yo, what you want? Beak or jaws, feathers or fur, sharp teeth or feet with claws, whatever's preferred. Just kidding, every word in this song's about two grown men dressed up as a bird and a dog.
Hi guys, welcome to a special listener questions episode of the podcast. What
Fucking
podcast?
hell.
What? Shall I go again?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome. Hey guys, hello and welcome to a special listener questions episode of the podcast that you're listening to, which is the Wolf
and Owl.
So, what is a listener's episode, Rom? What does it mean? Tell the viewers, stroke listeners.
Yeah, it's just the email app.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Right.
This is our first email.
Boom.
Oh, it's anonymous. This is anonymous.
Okay.
First off, thank you so much for the message, first of all, to the person.
Oh, thank you for writing in.
Yeah. First off, I'm a big fan of the pod, and although I was late to the party, it's quickly become my favourite. I'm hoping you can give me some advice on an issue I'm having with my father-in-law. It's a difficult one, isn't it? Tricky.
Well, we don't know what the problem is.
Well, and father-in-law's difficult. You know it's going to be difficult.
Not always.
Okay.
Sometimes they can be delicious human beings.
My wife and I are both in our mid-40s. I have two daughters aged 12 and 14 from a previous marriage. And my wife and I have a 3-year-old son, and we'll be adding another daughter in the spring.
Congratulations.
I'm not a typical male. I don't care about sports, but my father-in-law is a massive sports fan and raised 5 sons who all played hockey.
Wow.
That's going to be difficult, isn't it? Going round there is going to be tricky, right?
Well, if they're talking about hockey, it's a long day.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is they're all sporty alphas.
Yeah.
And then you turn up as a bit of a kind of non-sport.
By the way, can I just say, I think hockey's a really great sport. I think it's brilliant, but I don't think it's necessarily an alpha. So, like if they were all rugby players, for example, then you're in for a long day.
Okay, fine. But being sporty lends itself to alphaness, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you're good at
sports.
Yeah. But also, you can get alphas who aren't good at sports.
Yeah, true. But if you're good at sports,
if you're good at sports, you have a cocky walk.
You're more alpha adjacent
because you're
better coordinated. You know all that shit.
But also, you've always been sort of high social status wise.
Yeah. If somebody kicks a ball to you in the park, you don't shit yourself.
No,
is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
My son has quite long and slightly curly hair, which I love. On a recent visit, my father-in-law began commenting that it was too long and needed cutting because he's a boy. Oh, God. He since said this again while my son was on a video call. I'm not okay with negative comments about my children's appearance when they can hear it. I'm not okay with people's comments about my children's appearance regardless.
Yeah, and also,
I'm personally offended as my own hair is long and I'm deeply uncomfortable with this casual sexism, especially with another daughter on the way. I don't know how to handle this, how to even broach the subject with my wife. Please look into your sweet, sweet souls and give me some advice. How do you draw boundaries? I think the father-in-law's overstepped the mark massively here. I think number one, I would arguably say, like one of the greatest sportsmen that we've had in this country has had some very cool hairstyles. Who are you talking about?
David Beckham.
Oh.
I think hair, having long hair is not a sign of I think it's a cool thing, right?
Mm.
I think the fact is, individualism should be praised. I think if that's why they want their son to have his hair, I think if the son turns around and says, I don't want long hair, then fair enough. But I think the idea of someone criticising and making aspersions just because, which feels like that's what was happening here with the father-in-law. I also think, I'd probably make a joke of this, because I'm guessing I don't know the guy, but he's not cool. The father-in-law, and I go, maybe I'll take tips on hockey. Probably won't be taking style advice from you, me old mate, and sort of make a joke about it.
That doesn't.
No, but it's all right. You're the father-in-law, and I'll shout.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I was just saying to Catherine that.
Why is she called Catherine?
What
is that my wife's? That's my wife's name.
Well, it's quite a common name, isn't it?
Okay, all right.
Well, what do you want the name to be?
Character, Alice.
Right, fine. I was just saying to Alice that I think little Andrew's hair is possibly a bit long. It looks a bit messy, doesn't it?
Oh, that's weird. I was just saying to Melanie that I will take your advice about sports, but maybe not on style, considering the shoes you're wearing. Lol.
Why did we have to do a role play for you to just repeat what you said in the example?
No, just how
we've gone to all that time. We've set it up now. You asked for a different wife's name, and you just said exactly the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but my point was just how to say it in a way.
Well, you said it exactly the same.
What? Don't say it in an aggressive way, but have a joke with it. Because then actually,
I thought that sounded quite aggressive.
okay, let me do it again.
All right.
Well, I might take some sports advice off you, Nick, but probably not some style advice. Lol.
Why are you saying lol out loud?
Just because you don't laugh out loud after your own joke. Well,
you don't have to do any of it. You don't. Those aren't the only options.
What I'd say is you need to be very careful because there's an alpha house he's going into, right? You don't want to antagonise, but also you have to stand your ground. Because essentially what's happening here, and I don't know a lot about this family, I only know what's been written here.
Genuinely, you don't know a lot about this family?
But it's a very alpha-like house.
Mm.
And you kind of have to meet that with what it needs for them. I've been in situations with alphas and straight
You're
away.
right now, baby.
You actually have got an alpha.
No, I don't.
You've got an alpha way about you at times.
I'm the betaest of betas.
You're not that beta. Who do you think's more beta out, me and you?
Me?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Okay, anyway, go on.
But what I'd say, like, for example, when I used to be on building sites, there was, like, real alphaness there.
Yeah.
Like, you have to sometimes give it a little bit just so you're not feeling like you're getting palmed off.
Mm.
And I think if they're making jokes about his hair and his son's hair, I think he's kind of got to stand his ground a little bit. And I think when I actually think, like, I think in a sense he needs to, if that's upset him, I think he should be saying that to his father-in-law rather than going to his wife and saying, I'm not happy with this, because that puts her in a situation. And I don't think you have to be aggressive. I think you can say, look, hey man, that's what, my son likes his hair like that, rather than, because also that happens a lot with in-laws in a sense, and what people tend to do is they'll make a conversation about something without actually directly saying it. Like, instead of like, whatever his feelings are, he'll just make this sort of roundabout way, like a bit like what I'm doing now. And I think you have to kind of stand your ground.
I mean, I'm quite, without getting any more of the details, I just think this is none of the father-in-law's fucking business.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
but you have to. But my point is, in this situation, if he doesn't say something and stand his ground, like, and say what he feels in this situation, I feel that's just this will become another thing and another thing. Because actually, the way that this is written and how that's all we've got to judge. This seems like a really decent human being.
He seems like a nice
really
guy,
nice man.
Yeah,
who but also has a moral compass, and he has his own beliefs in how he goes forward as a human being, and he's quite stuck to he believes in those. And I think actually, with your father-in-law, I think it's a far better thing to come across and go, no, that's not how I think it should be, rather than trying to. I think you sometimes got to be firm.
I agree. I totally agree. I think it's great advice. I sort of think like we had a not a similar situation to this. We had a bit of a situation years ago with my mum,
right,
where we said to our Theo, our eldest, when he was a little kid, he'd got like we used to do star charts. Do you do those rewards charts?
Yeah, God, yeah.
Mm. Anyway, eventually got loads of stars.
Wow.
And we said he can choose. He liked dressing up, so he can choose a costume from the Disney store.
Yeah.
That was near us at the time. We thought he might choose. Will he choose Captain America?
Yeah.
Will he choose Iron Man? He chose Minnie Mouse. Right.
By the way, style icon.
Absolute style icon. I said to Lisa, well, I was just like, yeah, if he wants Minnie Mouse, get a Minnie Mouse. Anyway, it triggered my mum. She became slightly panicked.
Really?
Yeah, because she was just like, why is he wearing Minnie Mouse? I don't understand. And so then I had to say to mum, first of all, it just doesn't matter. So I had to have a chat with her about, because she sort of started to express a bit of concern in front of him.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I don't want this to stop. I don't want him to think that this is a thing. Do you know what I mean? So I just kind of I had to sort of, I wasn't firm with mum, but I just sort of said, Mum, I had a serious conversation with her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think as well with that situation as well, I think what's beautiful about kids at that age is it's just they like that thing. There's no judgment, and they're not thinking about a wider picture. And I think for as long as in this world you can have that air about you where you look at things with a bit of wonder, or you're completely being yourself and you're not falling into a norm, and this is just how I feel and this is what I'm going to do. That's kind of a beautiful thing.
I think, Anonymous, you're well within your rights to say to your father-in-law, I think you can be firm about it.
Yeah.
And I think you can say, I don't appreciate it. First of all, it's up to us how we have it's up to him actually, how he has his hair. Secondly, I don't think is appropriate for you to make comments like that and
Yeah.
leave it at that. It doesn't have to start a war, but what I think is if you try and joke your way out of it or be light about it, it might continue to be a thing. I think actually there is some value in being quite straight down the line about it. You know what I mean?
And you also have to wonder, like, did all 5 of his boys want to play hockey? He was here.
Did they want to be
Were they just compromise and bully
long-haired
into
musicians or something?
Yeah, play the guitar.
Yeah,
that was their dream.
Or the harmonica, or the
Because what you sometimes realise,
or
go back to the last episode,
saxophone, or you probably start on the clarinet, and then
when I was summing up about Martin the dog, there's a lot there actually to unpack.
In what way?
Well, about like looking for things and thinking.
Please don't do a callback to that. Right? It was difficult enough to sort of comment on it in the moment, let alone referencing it in another episode. Right, thank you so much, Anonymous. Good luck with it.
Dear Wolf and Owl, I just thought I'd drop a note to say how moved I was to see the Owl reunited with Dylan on a TV a while ago. Well, that's quite. Oh, well, okay. They're talking about the McIntyre thing. Okay, it's beautiful. I don't usually watch Michael McIntyre's show, but happened to catch it. And so far, I've rewatched this bit about a dozen times. Romesh, your reaction is beautiful, and you're obviously genuinely choked up to see him. So much it made me cry. Wow. Would love to know a bit about what happened afterwards, if you're happy to share. Love the weeping wildebeest. Dave. That's, beautiful.
Did you watch it, Tom?
I've seen a clip of it, yeah. It's a kid that you went to school with, right?
Yeah. So this is the Remember Me.
Because also there was your first kiss was on there as well.
Not my first. Who said it's my first kiss?
I just assumed that's what it was.
Why did you assume it was my first kiss?
I just assumed that the way that it was, that was the first
No, it
girl
wasn't
you
my
kissed.
first. It wasn't my first kiss.
Oh, okay.
Second.
Second kiss.
No, it was anyway. So we did this thing called Remember Me, where they bring out. You go onto the show. They bring out people from your past, and you have to say if you remember.
So it was the girl, your second kiss.
Yeah. There was a sound man
who just done him
a little prank. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this Dylan that I went
By the way, can I just say, and this is, I know you're fucking taking a bit, but that was a really bad prank to pull on you, on the sense that of all the people I've worked with, you're one of the most genuine people to anyone that they come across. You do.
It was bad, wasn't it?
No, but
made me look like a real piece of shit.
No, but that isn't you,
Michael.
Can I say there's a lot of people? No, I mean,
no, I'm joking.
There's a lot of people that they could have played that on that I've worked with. But I think you.
Like who? Corden.
I'm not going to go through names. I'm not as brave as you are. I'm a weak coward who'll just genuinely So this person comes on, and it is a really beautiful moment. Yes,
and it's like at first I didn't reckon. I remember Dylan. His name was Dylan.
Cool name, by the way.
His name still is Dylan.
Yeah, 80s, 90s. That's a cool name. I was shocked. I didn't know there's any Dylans living in the UK at that point.
What point? In the 80s and 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, Dylan was like just an American
his full name there. Anyway, I remember hanging out with Dylan, but I didn't equate the person that I was seeing in front of me with Dylan.
Yeah.
Because he, it was obviously 35
years
ago.
later. Yeah.
So I just didn't clock it, and then suddenly it came to me. So I had this moment of, like, it was cool, man. It's like the kid that I used to hang out with all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used to get a little bamboo stick and go fishing in the river, and then we'd we'd kick cans around, and sometimes we'd play like the ukulele together.
It's nice that your child is essentially Huckleberry Finn.
We had a dog on a string, and sometimes we'd get on the old riverboat and head on down and annoy some of the local villagers.
Wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style.
No, I'm joking. It was nice. It was really nice.
So hold up. So what I think all of us are interested in is what happened after the show.
So he came up to me afterwards. So I went over and said hello to them afterwards.
Beautiful moment.
And he said, not the sound man.
Yeah, obviously not the sound man. I imagine he was busy in himself, and also felt very sort of like vulnerable after having been used as a bit of a prank. That's how these things work. Neil, can you do a prank on Romesh? I don't really want to be on camera. Come on, mate.
Yeah.
Be frowned upon if you don't do it.
Anyway, he said to me, I had a chat with him and said, thanks a lot.
Did you chat to both of them? The girl?
Yeah. And he said,
just so you know, I've got a lot better at kissing.
Yeah, but let's talk about. I was about to do a joke there, and then I just regretted it. It was such an obvious thing to say. I was going to go enough about Dylan. Anyway, I had a chat with Sonia.
Yeah.
Had a chat with Dylan.
Sonia, by the way, massive 80s and 90s. Sonia's have sort of become extinct now.
Huge. And then Dylan said to me, that was cool, wasn't it? I said, yeah, it was really cool. And he said, well, let me know if you want to keep in touch. And I just went, fuck off, mate. No, I can reveal exclusively on the Wolf and Owl, Dylan and I going out for lunch.
Wow.
We're going to have a little, like, reconvene.
That's not, like, just really... But did you get to know much about what Dylan's been up to? Because obviously he knows everything
Not really,
about you.
no. I mean, we've had a
Did you talk about Dylan in your books?
No.
Wow. Okay.
What do you mean? What's that mean? What's that reaction?
Well, you played with them all the time when you were kids.
Yeah, but I mean, like you sort of tell interesting stories in your book, don't you?
Well, I hope this isn't. I hope you have lunch before this episode.
No, but Dylan. I don't think he's going to take this in a bad way. But me and Dylan going down the park to play football, like, who gives a fuck about?
That's kind of. I mean,
no, that's part of the problem with these books. That's why so many of them are so fucking boring. They
that's probably why I'm struggling
with
my. I've got like 62 pages about me going to the park playing with various people.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? What a load of shit.
So
get to the good bits. People writing books about their lives.
Yeah, but you've written like 5 autobiographies now.
No, 2.
Yeah, and Dylan didn't make the poor Dylan. What would be nice actually. This is what you should do: is you should do a book from like the moment you stopped seeing each other all the time, from where Dylan's life went, and then where your life went, and then the reconvene, and then it's like this beautiful book about yours and Dylan's sort of relationship. Could be turned into a stage play.
That sounds what we call in the business unsellable. Okay. Ready for another email?
Yeah.
Hello, Wolf.
By the way, if Dylan wants, he can come on here. We could have quite a laugh with Dylan when he came on here. Like as a sort of special thing that we get Dylan on.
We've never had a guest on. We should talk about this. Are we ever going to have a guest on?
I'd love to have guests on. Like, but I want different guests.
What sort of guests would you have?
I think I'd love Thierry Henry just for the fact it'd be quite fun
what would Thierry... Okay, so imagine Thierry Henry comes on the podcast. Yeah. What do we do with him?
We have a laugh with him.
Like what? How?
Current affairs, ask him some questions.
What do you mean current affairs? What do you know about current affairs?
Nothing really.
Okay, so what would we actually do with him? That's the problem. It's like it's all very well... I know you and Thierry are mates.
Oh, we're not really mates.
Well, you text each other, right?
Again, we're going back to the last episode.
When's the last time you had a text interaction with Thierry Henry?
About a year ago, probably. Okay. Oh, no, I'll tell you what, when he won he got to the final at the Olympics with the French team.
Okay.
And we had a bit of a chat then. Yeah.
What did you say?
Just congratulations, my friend.
Well, and he replied?
Yeah. By the way, can I say he has instigated chat with me.
Yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah.
And
so you're actually mates with Thierry Henry?
I'm not mate. Yeah, we get on.
But you've got his phone number?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. Yeah. He's a nice
really
guy.
Cool.
I like him. He's very genuine. He'd be great on here.
Yeah, but why? How?
We could get Dylan on, then we get him on the next. Okay. So it's like we both bring a friend to work type thing.
Oh, you really are. Okay. Here's our next email. Hello, Wolfowl, Cat and Swan. I hope you're all well. My name's Peaceful Pelican. I just want to start by thanking you for your pod. I use it as a coping technique for my anxiety, which has been getting out of hand. I work in healthcare, and so I need to read this with a different tone. What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, you've come
Jesus
really
Christ.
Cheesy there.
Sorry, Peaceful Pelican.
Terry Wogan.
My name's... I can't not do it like that.
My name is Peaceful Pelican.
Okay, fine.
I just wanted to start by thanking you.
Okay. I just want to start by thanking you for your pod. I can't read now. What's happened to me? I use it as a coping technique for my anxiety, which has been getting out of hand. Is that all right?
Yeah. Yes.
I work in healthcare and struggle with
I work in healthcare and struggle with shift work and general life stresses. I know you guys speak openly about mental health, and it really helps me realise I'm not alone. I've recently turned 27 and feeling very lost. I've got a lovely boyfriend, but half my friends have kids and are moving on with their lives, and others still like to go out and party. Apart from the gym, I have no hobbies. Did you feel a certain way when you're around this age? Please don't ever change. Tom's laugh and Rom's dry humour is contagiously funny. Huge fan. Well done for having a great laugh. Yeah.
So, what...
I do actually find myself... Do you know you are genuinely one of the people who makes me laugh? So I don't realise how much I laugh at you until I ever listen back to this podcast.
Why are you listening back to the podcast?
No, whenever we have to listen back. If
for the edit, yeah. I never do that. I always pretend I have.
I'm like, but Catherine always says, well, you laugh so much. You're like a giddy school sort of kid around Romesh.
I think you might be around me, but not at me. I think most of what makes you laugh is stuff that you've said.
No, it's not. It's your reactions that
yeah, but
now it's on a visual thing. If I'm doing something, one of my favourite things in life is I'm doing something and you do your stony face thing, but I know that you think...
But you think I'm doing a thing That's just my face.
It's so sweet and funny. It's one of the things that makes me happy. Genuinely, sometimes I will lie in bed and if I'm feeling a bit sad and depressed, I'll think of one of the conversations we've had in our friendship and it will make me chuckle.
Oh my God, that's one of the sweetest and saddest things you've ever said.
I do. I get so much elevation from this.
Great.
This relationship, this brotherhood.
What's your advice?
So number one, I think the misconception, can I just say firstly, at 27, I was partying all the time and I was going to pubs all the time and I was very, very lonely.
Just a bit.
No, but...
Do a lot of partying? Just a little.
Just on I think the idea that if you're going out and you're drinking and you're being around people all the time, that you're not lonely. I look back at that time and still, a lot of friends, I remember quite a few people having christenings and weddings that I wasn't invited to because I'd be a bit of a liability if I did turn up. So I felt very much like, I think in a similar sort of, and I didn't actually have any outside interests other than drinking and just being out, and that was my only thing. So I think wherever you're at that age, I think 27, late 20s, getting into your 30s is kind of a weird place because you are always, no matter where you're at, there's always going to be seemingly people around you who've got their shit together more than you have. And that's whether people, I'd have been looking at someone who was going to the gym all the time at that point and that being their direction, with envy, thinking, oh fuck, they've got, their shit together. They're going out, they're doing that. We play into this sort of stereotype even more now with the way the modern world with social media and stuff is you feel like you should be doing stuff that people, not just people around you, because that circle can be quite small, but actually the larger world you're looking at and going, oh, maybe I should be doing this, maybe I should be doing that, maybe my shit isn't together. I think you truly, to actually feel, number one, not lonely and not feeling that you're missing out, you actually need to go, right, what are the things that I need to fulfill myself without looking around at other people? What are the things that bring me joy? And the gym brings you joy and you enjoy working out. That's a great thing. And look at other things you can do just day to day, just to think they're the small things that you're in a loving relationship. That's a great thing. You're in a happy place. And I think it's then just looking at other little things that you can add to what you've got that's already a stable place and a stable sort of life in which you've built for yourself, rather than just looking, and I'm culpable of this, I think most people are, I constantly am looking at other people thinking, I should do this better, and for me now, I'm like, no, actually, let me look at what I'm doing and realise that you're the main player in your life. Only you can change that, and everyone else is just concentrating on their shit, let them do that, and you just stick to what you're doing and build on what you've already got, because it's a pretty solid foundation. Romsky.
That is, I don't know if I can do anything with that. It's great advice.
Sometimes.
Really, really good, man.
Well, thank you very much. Cheers.
Holy
This is the way you read the email, really.
Oh, fuck off.
And also, I feel an empathy with this person.
Yeah.
Just do you. Just do you.
Okay.
I was going to get a tattoo. I'm going to get a tattoo. I might get that. Just do you.
Just do you?
Yeah.
Why don't you just get JDY?
Yeah, but then people
will say what?
I don't know.
Thank you so much for your email, and thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Very sweet, wasn't it? Very sweet about the podcast.
Yeah, very lovely.
I sort of could only reiterate what Tom said. He said you've not got any hobbies, but you go to the gym. But going to the gym that's a good thing. Getting out and about. I do agree with Tom in terms of there is this perception of what we're supposed to be doing at whatever age. Do you know what I mean? And either settling down or going out and partying and all of that. And the truth is, I think you just got to do what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? And if you're feeling lonely, and there, in your 20s, if you are looking to sort of get more hobbies and look for opportunities to make friends, you can be more proactive about it and sort of look at things that you might be interested in and maybe turn up to like even a class or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And sort of there's often with like groups and stuff that meet up to do whatever, like even like whether it's, I don't know, a run club or a painting group or whatever, that will have like a social ecosystem around it. And so you can very quickly find yourself like, making friends in that way. But part of the problem that you've got, or part of the problem that you're facing, is that you are suffering from life FOMO. And that is that you're looking at what everybody else is doing and you're thinking they must be having a really amazing time, or they're doing it better and I'm not doing it right. There is no doing it right or doing it wrong. There is no, you're supposed to be doing it. You, like Tom said, as the tattoo will confirm, just do you. So whatever your choices are, that's absolutely fine. And you need to try and find a way to stop beating yourself up for not doing what you perceive everybody else to be doing. There's nothing wrong in that, And so the truth is, when you get to your 40s, like Tom and myself, one of the greatest gifts that being in your 40s gives you is that you stop doing what you think people perceive that you should be doing. You just do what you want to do. You become a bit more comfortable in your own skin. Tom and I never get anxious about what people think of us. We never worry
We just
about what people are saying about us.
lunch where I melted down completely to you. You could console me in a restaurant.
We have blips. No, I'm joking. But in all seriousness, like, I think,
I think as well, you've got a gauge on it now.
Yeah, you just got to
do,
you've got to do what you want to do, man, and not worry about it. You absolve yourself of the worry of this perception of what you're supposed to be doing. That would be my biggest bit of advice to you. Okay, that's it. That's all for this email episode. Really good emails. Thank you so much for all of your messages. And Wolf, actually, I'll let Tom give the email address.
Hi, guys. So it is wolfowlpod@gmail.com. Send your emails, queries, funny photos. This is a visual format now, so we can really delve in.
I don't want to. No. I don't want to get into a thing where we're just going. And thanks to Lucy, who sent us this picture of a cat that's got herself into a bit of a pickle. I don't want to become that.
No. But if it's like, it was like my mate Neil's birthday, and I made him a wolf and owl cake.
Something like that. Okay, that would be fine. But not like.
Or funny videos of you doing a Rom impression, or like me doing a city walk. Anything you've got.
Am I making you laugh again? Oh, no, that's right. You've just set yourself off into a little giggle fest. Giggle fest. Fucking kill me. Thank you so much for listening to The Wolf.
See you next time.
Bye.